You know that feeling when you look at something huge and beautiful, a mountain range, a sprawling city, the night sky, and you just wonder, where do I fit into all this? It's a question we all ask. Well, today, we're going to dive into a classic Korean poem, a Hansi, that gives a really profound answer to that exact question.
Just take a look at this. This is the kind of serene, beautiful landscape that inspired our poem, written by a scholar named Jeong Yeo-ryeong. Now I want you to imagine a powerful nobleman, a high-ranking official, looking at a painting of this very homeland. He's admiring its beauty, but you can tell there's a question nagging at him, something deeper on his mind.
So he's looking at this incredible, vast landscape, and this is the question he asks. It seems so simple, right? Almost tiny. But that one little question holds the entire meaning of the poem. To really get it, though, we first have to understand the painting he's looking at, and that starts with its title.
Okay, so to unlock this whole thing, we've got to decode the name. Jinju Sansudo. The title is written in Hanja, which are these amazing traditional characters, where each one has a specific Korean sound and its own rich meaning. So let's break it down piece by piece.
The first character is read Jin in Korean. It means to advance or to proceed. It's got this feeling of forward movement, of progress.
Next up, we've got Ju, and this one means province or state. So when you put them together, Jin and Ju, you get Jinju, which is actually the name of a real and very beautiful city in South Korea.
All right, now for the main event, the landscape itself. This character here is San, and it simply means mountain. Mountains are, of course, a huge part of art and poetry in East Asia.
And you can't have mountains without water, right? This character is Su. Now here's what's really cool. When you put San and Su together, you get Sansu. Literally, that's mountain water, but poetically, it means landscape. The entire concept of a landscape is captured in those two characters.
And the last piece of our puzzle is Do, which means picture or drawing. So when you put it all together, Jinju Sansudo gives us a picture of the Jinju landscape. Makes perfect sense, right? It's exactly what our nobleman is looking at.
Okay, title decoded. Now that we know what we're looking at, let's journey through the poem itself. We're going to go line by line and see how these characters build a scene and tell a really powerful story.
The poem kicks off with this absolutely beautiful image. Just listen to the sound of it. Sujiam Chongsan Jimbyoko. It just feels so peaceful and grand. But what's it actually saying? Let's break it down. Sujum means a few points. It's describing the mountains in the distance. Chongsan is a blue or green mountain. Chim is a poetic verb that means to use as a pillow. And Byok-ho is a jade green lake. So what you get is, a few green mountains use the jade green lake as a pillow. What a stunning image, right? The mountains just gently resting on the water.
Okay, so the scene is set. Now, in the second line, a voice enters this quiet picture. Gongyan cha shi Jinyang do. Someone starts to speak.
Gongyan means the nobleman says. Cha shi is just a simple statement. This is. And Jinyang do, well, we know do means picture, and Jinyang is just an old name for the city of Jinju. So the line is super straightforward. The nobleman says, this is a picture of Jinyang.
Now, in the third line, the poem starts building towards its main points. Subyeon chok jidanso. The nobleman's gaze starts to zoom in, focusing on one small detail in this huge landscape.
So you've got Supyeon, which means waterside, then Chook, which is a grass-roofed hut, a very humble, simple home. And Jidaso is sort of a phrase of recognition, like I see them, or I know there are some. So the nobleman is basically saying, I can see those little grass-roofed huts down by the water. And that sets up the final and most important question.
And here it is, the final line, the real heart of the matter. Jeong Yeo-ryeong mu. This is the question that the entire poem has been leading up to.
Yeong-yu means among them. Then comes Oryo, which is so personal, it means my humble cottage. And then we get the direct question, which is structured as hwa ya mu. It literally means, is it painted or not? So the whole question, the big finale, is among them, is my humble cottage painted there or is it not?
So there we have it, a grand painting, a powerful man, and this tiny question about his little hut. But what's he really asking here? Let's dig a little deeper, beyond just the words.
I mean, really think about it. The person asking this isn't just anybody. He's a Songguk,
a top state official. This is a man who probably works in giant palaces. So why on earth is he looking at this magnificent painting and obsessing over a tiny, grass-roofed shack?
And here's the absolute key. His question has nothing to do with property or ego. It's not about, hey, did the painter remember my house? No, it's a question about belonging. He's asking if his own life, symbolized by that humble little home, is a true, worthy, harmonious part of this incredible natural world. It's about humility. It's about wanting to be connected.
You know, it's amazing how this ancient poem, with its beautiful structure and simple question, can give us something so powerful for our lives today. It really is all about how we see ourselves in the bigger picture.
The big takeaway here is this. It's not about being the biggest, flashiest thing in the painting. It's about being a harmonious part of it. The nobleman knew his real worth wasn't his fancy title. It was in his home's connection to the mountains and the water. His life had meaning because it was part of that bigger, beautiful whole.
So I'll just leave you with this to think about. In the grand landscape of your own world, your family, your community, your passions, where is your little hut? Is it painted into the picture? And more importantly, does it feel like it truly belongs there in harmony with everything else? It's a heck of a question, and it's absolutely one worth asking.